Alrighty. Welcome back to Jaraci Cup 15, another game by Majiir Paktu. Independent fact checkers have confirmed the C is only a little bit further. This is going to be a cool match here. It's the round of 16 between Majiir and Shrike. Actually going to be Soban as well, which is not usually what we think of Shrike as playing. Not that he can't, of course, just I think he's typically been a coalition player. But yeah, Majiir going to grab Galzian. Shrike bans Kalash Teeth. Majiir going to take out the Boneyard. I actually like Kalash Teeth in this matchup for Soban, but either way, probably just comes down to personal preference there. And Firebase Squirrel is going to be the first map picked by Majiir. And we're going to get back to live because he's probably already rushing his opponent. Yeah, sure enough, Skimfab about to finish here. This is how Majiir likes to play. It's very fun to watch, very fun to watch. Gonna just go in with the Skimmer Factory straight away. And for Shrike, meanwhile, I'm not sure what the game plan is, but you have to be aware that there is definitely a risk of getting killed by these skims as Soban because, you know, the carrier doesn't have terribly good PD here to protect the main base. Not in the early levels, anyway. It's going to be SC first from him. He keeps the base runner. He's just going to have to get a very good targeting jammer drop-off. As I pause to take a sip on my drink. Of course, of course. Majiir actually with 2 on RUs here already, so he is going to be going for a bit of an eco-focus, considering how aggressive this build is. But that's going to be a lot of skims, man. That's going to be a lot of skims. This rally point looks very funny, but I think it's just he has to like curve around, so you happen to click here. Skimmer Armor 1 even get attack. Now, I don't usually like this, but I mean, I guess given the circumstances, like the game plan is going to be to just dive under the carrier forever, maybe this is not a bad idea. I typically recommend you don't get the armor upgrades till you have 2 PC, though. LEV Fab is finished here for Shrike, but these 7 salvagers are going to feel a bit awkward now, as he doesn't have any military units to defend. Has a TJ available. Going to bring the carry back. This is the correct call. And actually, the ALM is the first target. That's very interesting. TJ deployed here, gonna buy a little bit of time, but it's not spectacular. I mean, really, the point is the TJ is never gonna be great until some LAVs come out. And now that they do, it's actually blocking them, so this thing should probably be deleted now. But the ALM actually died, so I don't know that Shrike can actually queue any more units here until he loses some, which does not feel good. Oh boy. Salvager's gonna start falling on the main. First he targets the LAV though, I like to see that. Deadpack is kind of doing a bit of friendly fire there, I feel. Another ALM gets deployed, but I think Shrike just loses an SC here straight up, and after that, probably he'll just lose everything. Ooh. Yeah, and Shrike GG's out. 3-minute victory, that is pretty freaking quick. That's almost a record. That's almost a record. Oh my gosh. 2 minutes and 56. Well, that's gonna set the pace for this series, alright. Let's go ahead and jump into game 2. You can, like, we haven't even finished reading the info.txt yet, and the first game is already over. Yeah, we'll flip back over there. Jeez Louise. Well, it's gonna be Kartoba next, and then Shrike will take Torrent Crater for the next map. Majiir picks the Shallows for game 4, and our potential ace match would be Canyon Outpost. Actually, pretty unfortunate for Shrike, I would say. This is gonna be a very good rushing map. I wonder if Majiir has something funky planned for the Shallows. The way things are going so far, we're not going to get there, of course, but we'll see, we'll see. Yeah, match chat really would be great, but oh, there was no funny... Dang. I love when people banter. For those of you wondering what the record fastest game in the tournament series is, you know, to be fair, it was not a Jaraci Cup, it was a Kharak Cup, but it was a Blaster Rush that I did against Hottest Man Ever, and he surrendered at like a minute into the game. That would be hard to beat, that would be hard to beat. But honestly, that might be the fastest Jaraci Cup match we've ever had. I'm not kidding. You know, I was wondering that too, actually, but maybe he can enlighten us. I'm really interested why Shrike went for Soban here, actually. Because like I said, I mean, obviously if you play Coalition, you can play Soban too, but they are a little bit different, and this is a case where that really did cost him game 1, you feel? Because nobody expects the Galzian Inquisition, right? Well, if this was the intention to show us that Majiir can do the build as Galzian too, he certainly has already. Well, it's not quite the same. You're thinking of like the Blast Drone Factory, right? But yeah, I have to agree. I mean, just in general, whenever I was playing Galzian versus Coalition, I figured that like 8-up was just not in the cards. Like, you'd have to go 6, but yeah, maybe you can do it with Coalition. I could see it. I'd be a bit nervous, to be honest, but because I think this is gonna hit before the turret cooldown is ready. You're just hoping for the carrier PD to get you through it. So dangerous, but maybe playable. But when I play Coalition in this kind of matchup, I don't ever do more than 6. By the way, another Salvager gonna go down already here. But we do have LEVs out, so Shrike has got some defense this time. Gonna lose the ALM again, though. That actually really does make a big difference. This is no armor this time. But Majiir has his railgun tech on the way, so this is gonna be a full-fledged rail rush here. And so far, he takes the early trades pretty well. You can see the resources lost here. Kind of a funny number with a 20 on the end, but that's like 1 Salvager in the ALM. No, this game it's not an expand, no. But last game it was. Railgun tech finished. We'll see what Majiir is building if the production tab will allow us to. Yep, it's going to be an assault railgun. And he's taking a really darn good trade here. I mean, look, this is like 8 on 3 right now, so you would expect him to win this. Production upgrade is actually done for Shrike, but it's a little tough because the skims are already stacked up, so you need a little bit of time to build up a buffer of LAVs and outnumber him. And this railgun is already here, but to be fair, this is what Saban does pretty well in the rail rush, is that although their carrier can be killed by the assault railgun, they can also damage it back pretty quickly. Yeah, I have to agree, he was like, okay, that's how this is gonna be. I'm not gonna go SC first, that's for sure. Yeah. And usually as the Coalition Saban player here, I'm looking at getting railgun tech. Well, it's true. I mean, Majiir did a similar thing at the very beginning, but now with the railguns coming out here, you know, this looks pretty darn different already. And I think as a result, the build hit a little bit slower as well. I've got some ice in my mouth. No, man, I believe it. I will say, definitely a little overbuilt on ARs, because already here you'll be able to one-shot an LAV, and then the rest of the damage kind of feels a bit wasted. But these ALMs are actually coming under fire again here. Dangerous, though, to lose the skim blob, so he has to be a bit careful how he plays this. Would be nice at that point to have powered down the range and put up into the ALMs here to try and stun these guys out, but still, he only gets 1 ALM, and I think he lost like 3 skims there, or maybe 4, so I don't think that's totally worth it. And again, here, we're kind of overbuilt on ARs, so these LEVs are actually trading pretty well right now. And just like that, I think Shrike might actually be out of the woods. I think he's building an SC right now. He's got the probe out here to check the long distance mining, which there is none, so that feels really good. Yeah, and he'll move up onto 2 base. That feels really good, actually, for Shrike, but I would still get Railgun Fab here. I think he's going to need it. Some guy with a Steam username I've never seen before in my life is playing DOK. Interesting. I don't know how he got onto my friends list. Yeah, it was a good defense. I think what you need to do in order to be able to fight this, like, having 2 or 3 assault railguns is good, and then you need more skims, so you need to get a second PC out. But, you know, we'll see if he's able to do the turn back onto Eco here. He does have Rift Mode on the way. Carrier is not building a PC, though. So he's not going to be jumping 3 base anytime soon. The ARs come marching home here. The fully semi-automatic assault railguns. It looks like for Shrike gonna be fighter and gunship fab. It's gonna cancel that. It goes for AAVs instead. I think I like fighter and gunship here, but you know, just to say, okay, if you're gonna go back on the eco, I'll punish you. There is, however, always the risk, which I always point out, that during a rail rush, if you think your opponent's going eco, you might come back out, and then if you have, you know, fighter and gunship, maybe you just kind of die. So, you know, perhaps this is wise. Probe gonna take some fire here though against the PC. Doesn't want to be flying this close to the sun. Ouch. Well, you know, it's AR, right? Just like assault rifle, but it's actually an assault railgun. If you don't get the joke there, you never will. Anyway, assault pack teching for the LAVs here. That will be nice to have. Always feels good against the ARs because you can get away from them or get up on top of them, whichever one you need. Majiir's army really is quite anemic here. I think he needs that second PC. He is building it now, looks like. Down goes the Sand Skimmer, which was trying to scout over on this flank. Fortunately for Majiir, this really is no 3 base. I think that's probably what he was looking for. Ah, I see. Yeah, that does tend to happen, doesn't it? Okay, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Because otherwise I would be saying this is so late for the PC to come out. But... And it's going to be BC Fab for Shrike, straight up. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, that will answer the railguns. Alrighty, let's go. Don't know if this will work, but it's always exciting. And Majiir, meanwhile, just trying to get his 3 base set up. Probably he'll move this PC over onto that location. As you can see the carriers pathing there. Kind of a walkabout for these LAVs. They're going way out there. But Shrike's main blob is actually over on this side still. So maybe he plans on attacking 2 places at once. That'd be kind of cool. See what he can do here. This is a lot of LAVs, to be fair. He's got 14 in them in total. Okay, I thought that was a heavy railgun for a moment. That would have been very sad. But still, this assault rail will die pretty much instantly. And Majiir is pushing out on this side, which means that this whole army can't go back to answer. So this is really nice, actually. He's gonna kill off the AR. He doesn't quite get it. Okay, you really probably should just pop over the hill and finish this thing. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, okay, there we go. He's gonna finish this off, but now the... Oh my gosh, he still didn't even kill it. Okay, there we go. He finally kills the AR. But now the skims are in town and they're just gonna wreck shop. Oh my gosh. Well, he kind of stuffed that one up. All this damage on the PC feels very, ephemeral. Hmm? Oh no, and he turned off the refinery on this support cruiser too. Hopefully he figures this out. This is like the worst thing when it happens. Okay, there we go. He got it pretty quick. That's good. That's good. There's 7 assault railguns, but again, I think that the LAVs win this actually if they can get up on top of them. The skims not being there is kind of a bad thing. I kind of want to see Shrike just run for this one. Charge in there and see what he can do. Yeah, for real though. I can count on my hand the number of times I've actually used that for the intended purpose. You know, it's like, all it does is just troll with you. Yeah, it looks like the LAVs did run. They used the assault pack too, actually, which is not very good, I think. That's gonna get them into position for the, skim blob here, but like, these ARs are completely unchallenged now. You basically just ran your whole army away from them. I think he has a BC building, so Maybe the call is that he's gonna be okay, like he'll have enough time for this BC to come out, but... Yeah, honestly, I would kind of appreciate that. Yeah, LEVs will win this fight over here, but... Railgun's completely unchallenged for the moment. Okay, here's the battlecruiser. And now finally we have some answer to these assault rails. Honestly, maybe they can even take this fight, but I don't think so. This heavy railgun should really probably just head out. Well, too late for that now. But the main base denied for a long time. This is going to be a lot of mining. It really adds up, you know. And look, the ARs aren't even dead yet. I mean, they're faster than this BC, so they're just going to keep running. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Looks like he will clean them all up in the end. I think that's actually armor 3, yeah. Wow. But yeah, you know, Majiir does a pretty good job exploiting that. And Shrike gonna get to work trying to reset things here. He does get a second extract out, so that does feel good. But now Majiir knows about the BCs. He knows there's a lot of LAVs on the field. I feel like honor guards maybe is a decent call, but yeah, he'll need to prep some kind of answer to the BCs here. He already has armor 3, so I really think heavy railguns is a good answer. Range calibration, EMP does a lot of work there. And yeah, some heavy rails pouring out across the field right now. Base runner gonna just try and buy some time with that TJ. It actually looks pretty good here. Skim's not able to fight back, but they managed to get into this little rivet here. Base runner will die. I don't think that the LAVs can actually fight this, although they do have more ups, I think. I hear a BC shooting. Oh, it's just a skim. So the LAV's gonna start backing away here. Majiir doesn't seem to want to let them out, but damage 2 just finished. Majiir gonna lose 1 on the run-up. This is a very interesting game state, right? I mean, you see the units lost, but like Shrike is really ahead in that category. Except actually, he lost so much mining time. I think they're still pretty even. That is a lot of heavy railguns. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I wouldn't actually be going for skim ups at all here. I would want to get the EMP rounds. Because once you get so many of them that you can just like stun lock a BC and not even let it smoke, you know. I've had that done against me. It feels pretty bad. So, in fact, in this tournament, you remember that game against A-Game. Skim's trying to win this fight against the LAVs. This is a little bit tough. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, with armor 3 and with EMP and with range calibration, the upgrade cost really starts to stack up, but they feel really good. I mean, they're powerful units. Speaking of which, looks like this BC here is going to have a little run-in with them. AR going to valiantly sacrifice his life to give vision here. But range calibration might be nice. Looks like he is going to start teching that now. You can see how fast this BC takes damage. You gotta smoke this right away. Oh gosh, okay, he does get the smoke off. Oh yeah, that too. It's wonderful, isn't it? And then they can be a really good unit. Yeah. No, definitely, if you're gonna play Rails, you've got to be very good at not losing units, because you have no money left over, right? Just absolutely none. But, you know, I feel like Shrike is actually having a hard time fighting out in the field right now. He's going to build the double gunship. Actually, I really like that. I think that's going to do well. And Majiir does need to get anti-air, like A-Game was just saying. Oh dear, this BC is going to die for sure, though. And that's an expensive unit. I mean, that costs like 340 RUs, I think. I mean, BCs really are just like these giant stat sticks, you know, but they cost a lot of money too. So like, you really need to be able to play them where they don't die very much, or else it will feel pretty bad. Have these guys been idle this whole time? Oh no. I only realized now because they're dying, but still, that's pretty sad. Well, 2 salvages killed by Majiir, but not like they were doing too much for the cause anyway. Smoke gonna get deployed on this BC, that's very odd, because right now, you know, he's not in any danger. I mean, I think it really would be best not to, but still, the double gunship's gonna do its job and clean up all of these skims here. That feels pretty good. And Majiir gonna know now he needs some anti-air, although he still hasn't even... Oh, he is. He's built, well, not built, but he's teched interceptors. He's building them right now. Yeah, that was some pretty good gunship action. Uh-oh. This PC is carrier blocked here. This happens from time to time. Skim Armor 2 just finished, by the way. That's pretty unfortunate timing, because, you know, obviously, would have been nice to have that when they were getting shot at by the gunship, but, you know. Yeah. Get it to, like, slide under the carrier, and then it'll be able to move through. Yeah. Heavy railguns can't retire? What the heck? Well, that's weird. I don't know why. but yes, that does work. It'll allow the unit to go underneath it, because it has to retire, and then you give it a move order, and it'll just slide right through. And this will resolve carrier block too, strangely enough. Although obviously you can't do this when it's the enemy carrier that's blocking it. More salves gonna die, by the way, off on this third base location. But still, this is gonna be expensive. There's a lot of skims dying here. Yeah, well, just any unit, yeah. Gunship gets the dock off, so he's gonna be fine. Still, these interceptors might be able to hunt down the other one, but it looks like they're gonna settle with the strike fighter. But yeah, these gunships are really just massacring the enemy army here. SCAA on the way. That's actually not a bad call for Shrike, but he really needs to build more of them, I think. And he's got some on the way. Fair play then. That'll get this guy healed up. He can get his third base reset. But he really needs to build salvagers and get these guys set up again, because he's working at a big budget deficit right now. And he's trading spectacularly well against Majiir, but, yeah, he just doesn't have any army, or, sorry, any economy. He's fixing it, though. You can see these salvagers filling out the third base. We'll bring one of these SCs over there, too. This guy is wounded. But he's actually going to bring them to the front line, okay. I guess it's playable, but you're going to need to build more SCs, because you really need defense on these bases. This is more than once now that those have been wiped. Interceptors are launching, Bomber is launching too, okay. But they're not even going to need them. Look, just the Sandskimmers are going to take out this SC. Bomber's doing its thing here against the support crews as well. Bombers really do not take a whole lot of damage. Range calibration is done. It's probably turned on these rails. Yes, it is. And that's going to be getting these BCs really low, too. I'm not sure how that guy was targeted through the smoke, but whatever. He died. Actually, that was kind of anomalous. And these ARs here are actually going to really contribute to this fight in a big way, because the BC doesn't have a huge damage output on its own. And, you know, with the heavy railguns doing the Sunder, too. In fact, I don't even think they even got that out. So the whole army just kind of dies here for Shrike, and yeah, that's going to be his carrier dying too as he GG's out. He knows how this ends. And Majiir going to take game 2. Quite a slugfest, that one. But I like a good slugfest, you know. jump into game 3 here. Potentially series points. Oh wait, what am I talking about? It is series point already. Could potentially be the end of the series. As Majiir does lead in the scoreline 2-0. Gonna be on Torin Crater this map. And again, right away you can see that Sandstorm Fab comes out of Majiir, 4 on the CUs. No funny business, gonna retire this base runner as well. Sends the scanner out, it's got some really nice vision, we'll cover all the way to the edge of the map. And we'll see what Shrike does. I think actually his defense was pretty fine in the last game. But he's actually moving his base runner out across the field here. And I usually don't like to see this, because there's a big danger of just losing these to the skims. Oh, wait a minute, he has a base runner. That's also kind of funny. Because he did go with the LAV Tech First build here. Okay, well this can work if you can land a really good TJ, but it's going to be a little bit tough to pull off. Gonna fire that probe out as well. If he's looking for the PC, he's going the wrong way here, but that's fine. He wants to kind of fan the LAVs out so that he can get an idea where they are. Like, I would send this one out to this side. And if you can't find the PC, then go check the tech on the carrier. I think that's usually the call here. Sandscover Armor 1 gonna finish for Majiir. Now, this is a very large map again. I mean, the rush distance is not short, so he's gonna hit pretty late, but that might actually turn out to be in his favor because he's been completely unspotted here. Oh boy. I've got a bad feeling about this. AV Fab on the way. But Shrike did not really do a very good job watching for that PC. And now he's gonna learn it the hard way. There's the pro checking the carrier. No tech. Conf colors, very suspicious. But here come the skims. Oh boy. Yeah, this is going to be quite a paddling. AV Fab is finished here, but it's going to take a while for them to come out. And in the meantime, we got salvagers dying. They're going to go and retire. Oh gosh. He wants to do the quick drop first. You can just retire. If you retire and the salvager has money in the hold, it'll drop it off when it retires. Yeah, this ain't good though, I'll tell you what. And yeah, of course, you know, one AV will die to like 10 skims. This is 13. Gosh. Ouch. That ain't good. Now you just go Railgun Fab and end the game, I suppose. He does have the 2 RU miners set up as well. Jeez. Well, that's pretty much just the series right there. Yep, Shrike will GG out. Yeah, now tickle the carrier to death. Yeah, no, Shrike knows it. I mean, the game's just a matter of time at this point, so he's gonna drop out of this one. And Majiir will take it 3-0. Very well played by him. Very well played. That was a fun series. I like to see it. Good demonstration of this Majiir build that we're all talking about. Well, thanks for watching. We would move on to the next one, but I can't be bothered. Some other time.